The classic nonverbal cue of a narcissist is there's a disconnect between their eyes and their mouth. They smile. Oh, yes, that's so interesting, Lisa. Yeah. But the eyes are dead. When someone's genuinely interested, the whole face lights up. You can't fake that. But what you can fake is a kind of a smile, but the eyes reveal. So there's signs that the narcissist isn't really emotionally involved. Is a kind of facial quality to narcissists, kind of a deadness in their eyes. They're looking at you, they're listening to you, but you can see they're not really connecting. The wheels are spinning inside their brain about what they can do with the information you're giving them. There's not a feeling of warmth, of interest in their eyes. And there's this kind of smile that is slightly demonic, but it doesn't feel like it's directed towards other people. They're just stuck inside themselves. If I see it, I know it right away.
The FBI and CIA have spent years studying the behavioral patterns of individuals who lack empathy, manipulate others for personal gain, and thrive on control. What they found is chilling. Narcissists hijack the mental, emotional, or even physical world of the people they ensnare. Let's start with the eyes, described as dead eyes or a predatory stare. I've also heard it referred to as shark eyes. Their eyes lack warmth and true emotional depth. It's the look of someone who sees people as objects, tools to extract admiration, control, or validation. A narcissist's eyes will scan a room, assessing who is most vulnerable, and once they've locked onto their target, they use their gaze to either charm or intimidate, except nowadays they do it via internet. The internet or social media is a narcissist playground. They can hide behind their fake facades, and they have a much larger pool of people that they can pick from. And a lot of times, to the untrained eye, a narcissist can go undetected. And I'm not talking about people who display self-centered traits or arrogant behavior. I'm talking about individuals that maybe haven't been diagnosed with NPD and probably should be. A narcissist's face can be a mask of grandiosity, mimicking emotions they don't truly feel. Watch for overly dramatic reactions, wide, forced smiles, exaggerated eyebrow raises, or expressions that don't match the situation. These are tools carefully crafted to elicit trust or admiration, but when they no longer need to impress you, their face will shift or their mask will slip. The highly polished appearance we see time and time again, and not only Gypsy Rose Blanchard, but also Wade Wilson and so many others. Narcissists, especially those with somatic tendencies, are obsessed with their physical appearance. Somatic meaning relating to the body. They view their body as assets and their looks as a means of control. Whether male or female, they often dress impeccably, work hard to maintain a polished exterior, and demand admiration for their appearances. Okay, Gypsy Bateman has entered the chat. And of course, there's a but underneath the perfection lies deep insecurity. They are only as valuable as the attention they receive. Now, this article does give some real-world examples. This one I want to read. A woman I once worked with was flawless. Perfect hair, perfect nails, designer clothes. Every detail was curated for admiration, but underneath it all, she was emotionally hollow. Her entire demeanor would change when she didn't receive the compliments she craved. And I'm not talking about when you may put yourself together for a significant other, and if they don't say, oh, you look nice, you get a little salty about it. That is not this, okay? This is something they do on a daily basis. Now, this is probably one of the easiest ways to detect narcissistic traits in another human being, the psychological tactics and mental games that they play. 1, gaslighting. A narcissist will twist reality until you no longer trust your own perceptions. They'll say things like, that never happened, or you're too sensitive, to make you question yourself. Gaslighting is designed to make you doubt your instincts, ensuring that you'll blame yourself instead of them when they betray you. 2, love bombing and fast tracking friendships. I've seen this a lot, not only in the cases that I research, but in real life. Nothing, and I mean nothing, about a narcissist's affection feels organic. It's a strategy. Be cautious if someone showers you with excessive attention, insists on helping you with errands, or fast tracks emotional intimacy. Real connections take time. A narcissist will act like your best friend within days, but this isn't kindness, it's control. Y'all, Wade Wilson does this so much on those jail phone calls. They will infiltrate your world quickly, positioning themselves as indispensable before their true nature emerges. And then they give an example if you want to pause to read that. Projection and triangulation. This is a great article, you guys. I already read it all, but I definitely had to share it. Narcissists don't take responsibility for their flaws. Instead, they accuse others of what they themselves are guilty of. If they're cheating, they'll accuse you of infidelity. If they are emotionally unstable, they'll tell you you're the one with the issues. This tactic keeps you on the defensive, constantly trying to prove yourself instead of seeing them clearly. Triangulation. They love to create chaos. Chaos is like a sandstorm in your mind. It misdirects your focus and makes it nearly impossible to see the manipulation clearly. And if you have a goal or business venture you'd like to start, or you have finally begun a self-care routine, expect a narcissist to kick up the dirt as a way to create so much emotional drama that you cannot follow through. A narcissist will talk about how much someone else admires them just to make you jealous. They'll compare you to an ex, suggest that a friend of yours is interested in them, or subtly put you down while praising someone else. This is not accidental. And some people may walk away from this video asking themselves, man, am I a narcissist? Well, all I can say about that is accepting and recognizing possible negative behaviors is the first step to becoming a better person, a better you. Well, I started with the shark eyes or the dead eyes, and somehow it led me to where I am now with this video. I do have a couple clips that I'm going to play, and I want you guys to really focus on their eyes, and you tell me what you see.
Established by the evidence, the court finds that the aggravating factors greatly outweigh mitigating circumstances. Given the facts of the case, nothing in defendant's background or mental state would suggest that a death sentence is inappropriate.
Me to roast you about the things that you've missed while you've been in the psych ward? Okay, well, Trump is president, that's one. Let's see, Taylor Swift, she's no longer making music about broken hearts. No, she is making music about her dudes. And she's very in love.
Yeah. So Munchausen by proxy abuse is when a parent or caregiver, and as you said, it's like 96% mothers of children. It can vulnerable adults can also be victims, but it's mostly children. And it's when a parent or caregiver induces, exaggerates, or invents a medical illness in their child for the purposes of sympathy and attention. So.
Have you yourself encountered a narcissist? I would love to hear more about the traits that they exhibited before you down in the comment section.